Welcome
Maddie.
to the studio.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Look how branded they are with their the Nordic Business Forum scarf, and you've got customer experience on as your badge.
Oh.
That was the badge that I picked as well, because I do think it's so important. First up, how are you feeling? Busy event. Have you had a chance to catch your breath, Salla?
Oh, it's been just wonderful to be here because this is, of course, what we've been preparing for. So this is the highlight of the year, and it's busy, but it's wonderful.
And you, Mikko?
Oh, you know, I'm just a visitor, you know, I'm attendee. I love it so far, amazing. Good job, Salla.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fundamentals behind the event, what's shaped it into what it has become today. So starting off with quite a unique approach to event management, actually hiring a lot of students for a limited amount of time, but who are given the task of providing outstanding customer experience. How do you ensure that people hired just for a couple of days are up to the task?
It's a great question. So there are a couple of very important points. One is to look for the right people with the right mindset and the passion for customer experience.
And how do you do that? Is that looking out for stuff on their CV?
Well, we have actually already since Mikko's time, we have some great practices in terms of meeting them and group interviewing them as well. And we are looking for the right mindset and teamwork and collaboration skills, because we believe they are actually at the very core of how we do things. And when we find them, then we make it very clear for them what our target is and that we are very ambitious about this. And after that, it's mainly about then building the culture and empowering them to do exactly that.
But so even in that interview phase, you're watching how they interact in groups.
Totally, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We want people who are eager to help one another out.
Yes, Mikko.
And can I, Maddie, add that, you know, the recruitment process is amazing, you know? It's not an ordinary recruitment process. Salla, can you tell what kind of things there is actually going on? You know, because it's so cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, there are certain things where we just ensure that, that we put the students to do tasks that require a bit of like putting yourself out there and helping one another out. And then we can see like who are the ones who really do it and embrace it and enjoy it.
I feel like she doesn't quite want to give away what it is.
Exactly.
Maybe we can give an example. Already since actually Mikko's time, there's a task called Mission Impossible. And then we, you know, literally have a minute of time for them and ask them to complete a series of tasks which are almost impossible to do. And then it's a lot of fun and chaos. But it also shows us how they react to one another and who is helping.
How to perform under pressure,
Absolutely.
even if something is
in a
almost
positive way. It's a
unachievable.
bit tongue-in-cheek, of course.
Okay, great to hear it. Well, obviously all of us here are experiencing that customer experience, and I say completely without bias, because I've worked with Nordic Business Forum. I think this is my 6th one, and you always get exceptional customer service from whoever you meet. And that's part of the event's competitive edge in both attracting guests and also speakers. But where did this inspiration to have this approach come from? I guess that's to you, Mikko. Why not just focus on the speakers rather than the little details around all of the guests?
Yeah, so it's the history talk, I guess.
Yeah.
So back in 2010, we didn't have anything, you know? We didn't have any concept, we didn't have anything like in the customer experience. But what we saw there was crucial, because we saw that we had 2 different kind of customer experiences. The first one was that wasn't going well. You know, they came, something happened in the check-in, you know, they couldn't get the pads, so on, so on. They were trying to find a toilet, couldn't find it, so on. So they had a bad experience. And then there were other people who had amazing customer experience. They just loved it, you know, and they came to see the speakers, you know, and the way how they sat down and they were ready to listen and ready to learn was totally different. Because their emotions, their feeling was totally different.
Because they'd had good small interactions along the way.
Exactly, and because we are spending like hundreds of thousands of euros to get these amazing speakers on stage, we have the obligation to make our customers to learn the best way, to get the most out of it, you know. So that's why customer experience is vital.
And where did you take your inspiration from? Were there other companies, organizations, events?
I think Hape mentioned very well, you know, that when he was 19, that he used to go to this event and he got very excited about it. And it was because in the beginning it was me, Jyri, Hape, Ville, Juha, and Ilari.
All the founders of Nordic.
Yeah, exactly. So we all went to different kind of events and we got ideas and inspiration from all of those, you know. So I think most of Nordic Business Forum is all about, I would say, stealing from others. We see something really cool and we are like, oh my gosh, we need to get that.
Any particular examples you can give us of something that's really paid off?
Of the other events?
Oh no, of the little details that you thought we should do that.
Oh, so many. I think one of the coolest, in my opinion, has been like these bold things, you know, that we have been like, oh, can we do that? And then we are like, yes, we can. One thing was like, we used to greet everybody by shaking hands, you know? We shake everybody's hand. And I think it was a very bold move back at then. We are in Finland. We need to remember that we are in Finland, you know, we are not used to those kind of things. And having this kind of like very positive approach and this kind of like energy and having these youngsters, you know, and giving them the opportunity, I think that is a very bold move too. And I think trusting the young people to give their best, I think that has paid off very well.
What would you add to that, Salla?
No, I think it's the legacy that we have been building on all along. So I've been around now since 8 years, and the customer experience when I joined was the reason why I joined. So I had been a customer before, but it was actually through word of mouth that I heard others praising this event, and I needed to go and check it out. And when I had started, at least I felt like I need to understand what are the core elements of this experience and which we need to cherish so that we don't lose the essence of it and then try to develop it further. And some of the things that Mikko mentioned as well is that we work with these young people and we want to give them a chance to maybe have a first experience of their working life. And we also feel a sense of responsibility there that we want to show what working life can be like and that you can come to work at an event and if you have the right mindset and collaboration skills, we can do the rest with you. We can teach you how to do those other things.
Let's flip that on its head just a bit, because we have been talking about talent development and feedback. Things don't always go well. You must have had some people that did well in the simulated tests and look good on the CV, but then things don't go as well. And you're trying to give them feedback at the same time as not putting them off work or being too hard on them. How do you deal with those moments where things don't go quite so well?
I think one of the first questions we always think if something has not gone well is that, what's the root cause of it? Have we maybe been unclear ourselves in terms of what we are expecting? Or have the instructions been unclear? Or that how is the person feeling themselves? Like, is everything okay? But of course, there are certain moments when you just have to be direct and give them feedback that helps them improve as well. But I think when you genuinely have a good intention towards them and they know that, then I think it's also easier to give that constructive feedback. And I think you also need to give good feedback when there's good reason for that. So I think then they are also more open to also other types of feedback.
Exactly, as Will said when commenting on the restaurant industry. Yes, Mikko.
Yeah, if I can add, I think it's not feedback. I think it's feed forward. We want to make them to learn and grow, and that has been always the key of these operations, of this customer experience, that we want to grow the people. And I think Jack Welch once said very well, he said that it's not about you, it's about growing your people. And you grow from the reflective glory of your people. And we truly believe that. And I'm so happy to hear that the legacy has been moving on, because I was walking around and I had the chance to talk with the youngsters, with the students. And I said, because they made me feel very special. And I asked hey, what is your secret? And they told me that, it's the path that they have taken us, the journey where we have learned all these things. And they mentioned Salla. They said Salla is one of the key things. She has the energy and she is making us willing to learn more.
So very briefly, last question of the panel to you, Salla. Nordic Business Forum's now expanded. You're operating in a range of different countries. How are you ensuring that the newer parts of the business offer the same exceptional level of customer service?
Great question. So indeed, we work closely with the other companies, and we want to kind of help them leverage the learnings that we've had across the years. So there are, I think, very many fundamental things that always apply, irrespective of where the event takes place. And when we share them and we coach them and we share the stories, which, by the way, are a big part of how we train our people, that we share stories about successful customer interactions, then we inspire these other companies also that create your own legends, create your own stories and share those stories with the people as well, so that they can get inspired to
wonderful.
do the same.
All right, we're running out of time, but thank you so much to both of you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.